Okay, I want to give you a story time because I met a black female Trump supporter. And before y'all get excited, there's no drama in here. I don't want y'all coming to me afterwards talking about, oh, like this story is truly informational only, but it was like, I guess too good not to share. Like, okay. So I found a service provider on Groupon, right? Let me turn this down some. So I found a service provider on Groupon. So this was our first time meeting. And so I'm getting my service done. And I don't know what I said because we were not having a political conversation at all. I don't know what I said, though. And she was like, oh, no, I hate Biden. So I was like, oh, okay. She was like, yeah, I'm a Trump supporter. Like my dad's whole side of the family, we're all Trump supporters. So I was like, oh, okay. She was like, but do you think he racist? She said, I know his mouth is reckless, but I don't know if he's actually racist. So I was like, well, you know, like the Central Park Five. She's like, oh, I watched that movie. I could only watch it once. It was super sad. Like, that was pretty bad. So I was like, okay, so what makes you hate Biden? And so she's like, well, what has he done? Like, she was just real. She kept on talking about the fact that that's what all she know, her dad, family, like Trump, go to the rallies, go to the meetings, whatever. And so I was like, well, why do you hate him? She was like, what has he done? So I was like, what about, the unemployment being as low as it is? And she was like, well, people were lazy after COVID and, like they're probably finally getting jobs or something. And that's why the unemployment numbers are down. So I was like, okay, well, what about insulin and pharmaceutical products? I was like, people were paying hundreds, if not $1,000, whatever they were paying for insulin. And now it's capped and they can get it for less than $40. And she was like, oh, well, I appreciate that because she has a family member that has diabetes. So I was like, well, what is your position on women's rights? Like, what about the overturning of Roe v. Wade? Like, how does that make you feel because Trump did that? Trump did that? I thought Biden did that. Sis, stop telling people you're a Trump supporter. And this is why I say this was informational, because we are at a place right now where so many people are blindly saying they are Trump supporters or they hate Biden, but they aren't doing any research. They don't even know. You say you're a Trump supporter, but you don't even know what you're supporting. Like, you don't even, you can't even, like, I'm sorry, I'm rambling because it was like so mind blowing to me to have a conversation with a black woman who says she supports Trump, but doesn't even know realistically any of the policies on either side. So it's not just I hate Trump because, it's just I hate Trump because my dad hates Trump or my family hates Trump or Biden hates Biden. I'm sorry. I'm just so like, but yeah, like it's like you hate Biden, but you don't know why you hate Biden. And you support Trump, but you don't know why you support Trump. And I directed her to, I don't know that the guy's name on the Daily Show who goes to like the rallies and interviews with the MAGA people and the Trump supporters or whatever. I was like, because respectfully, like you're sounding like one of them because you really don't have any answers, right? Like you just hate Biden, full stop. Not knowing anything that Biden has done, hasn't done, who he is. And I see that all of the time on social media. It's the same responses every time. If you say something that Biden did right, then you have the people that come over and talk about, well, what about when he passed the back in It's like, okay, can we talk about what's going right now? Can we talk about where we are in this pivotal moment where we have this individual who is essentially getting away with murder Can I say that on TikTok? But obviously, I don't want people, because people like to be very literal. So you have somebody who, real talk, if faced with the same charges that Trump is charged with, they would be incarcerated. Violating the gag order, inciting a riot, breaking the law. Like, real talk, just breaking the law. Like, politics aside, as a human individual breaking the law, why isn't he in jail? But again, going back, I was like, I would behoove you to do some research, read some policies, watch some of those videos, and figure out exactly what it is and who it is that you're supporting. Because if you got to ask somebody else if they think Trump is racist, baby girl,